What's up, guys? It's Swankivy, and I'm back with another video in my series called the Asexuality Top 10. Today, we are on number 8 of the reasons that people suggest for my lack of interest in sex, other than the real answer, which is I'm asexual. So, what is number 8? Number 8 is you're not asexual, you just have a hormone problem. Let's see. Actually, this reason, though not quite correct, is the closest to the real reason, I think. It is legitimate to suggest that maybe I have a hormone production problem of some kind. So it's the suggestion that's probably the closest to being true. I don't really pretend to know the reason why I'm asexual. It's just something that describes the past, it describes the present, and it is likely to describe the future. So I really don't know the reason. I don't know the medical explanation behind it, but nobody does. Even the people who have studied asexuality really don't know if there is any all-encompassing reason, or if they can legitimately consider it a medical problem or not. Generally, I think the consensus is that it isn't a problem unless you think it is, or unless it's related to some kind of other physical problem. So anyway, the reason why I would say yes, that may be true or partially true, that I have a hormone problem, is that low production of testosterone and other hormones, of course, equals sex drive. So it usually doesn't cause absent sex drive, but it does contribute to having a lower sex drive. And I did see on another video, I can't say for you what it was called, but if someone asks me, I can probably dig it up if you really want to know. But I saw on another video that on a study done on people who report as asexual, a lot of the women who were saying they were asexual reported having a later onset of their first period. And that would be true of me. I would say that I was probably in the later age group when I got mine. I think I was I was almost 14, I think. And it didn't really become a regular thing until I was definitely in high school. So, let's see. I guess the reasons I would say that you have a hormone problem isn't really an answer is that, well, let's see, I obviously had enough hormones to develop as a woman. Would you disagree? I think that the case is settled there. So, even though I was maybe on the late side, I would say I had enough of sex hormones to become a normal woman. And the other main reason is it isn't a problem. You say you have a hormone problem. I wouldn't say it's a problem. So maybe low sex drive plus a certain mindset equals asexuality. For me, maybe that's it. But I would like to say that it has been noted that some of the sex therapists who say asexuality, or people who say that they're asexual, may really be a problem. They're saying that they're scared that people are going to identify with us and they're going to say, oh, there's this community of asexual people, I must be one too. And they'll delve into that without realizing that maybe they did have trauma, maybe they do have a hormone deficiency that does need to be addressed, maybe they have a medical condition. Those are all valid things. I really do think that there are people out there who don't want to have sex, and it is part of a larger problem, but I do think it's also possible, like in my case, to be healthy and still not want to have sex. So anyway, for me, maybe low sex drive plus a certain mindset equals asexuality, like I just said. But I know that with certain people who are intersexed, if you don't know what that is, it's, there are many different kinds, but it's when you have an ambiguous sex. When you're born or later on in your life, you're discovered to not necessarily be just a woman or just a man. And sometimes because of hormone deficiencies or other factors, intersex people sometimes don't produce sex hormones, and some of them are asexual or report low or absent sex drive. So it does have some correlation there. You might also want to take into account that there is another large group that is often ignored that doesn't experience sexual attraction, and that is children. So, but when you're before a certain age, maybe you're curious. Maybe a little boy is going to be curious about what's up that little girl's skirt or something, but he doesn't have the same kind of attraction that, say, an adult male would have. And for me, I think it's kind of like that. It's kind of like, it's the same as when I was a little girl. I have the same amount of interest in other people physically that I did then. It just never changed from that. And so, let's see. I would like to also note that there are people with no sex drive or low sex drive that sometimes still want sex. Like, take into account the men who are after, medicines like Viagra, because they know they want sex. They've wanted sex in the past, and they know that they want it again. So then there's a disorder called hypoactive sexual desire disorder, and this is something that I remember studying when I was minoring in psychology. In my abnormal psychology class, I came across hypoactive sexual desire disorder, and it's very telling to note that one of the key factors for determining whether you have this is that you're disturbed by your lack of interest. So you can't be diagnosed as having hypoactive sexual desire disorder unless you want sex and you're not having sex, or you're not having an interest in sex, I should say. So that's really the key there, is that you have to want it. And I both don't want it and don't want it. So for whatever reason, I have no physical reaction when I see another person who might be attractive to other women or other people who are attracted to whatever I just saw. I can tell when someone is aesthetically pleasing, of course, but otherwise I kind of see people differently than I think most people do. I see them as a mind first and body later, and I don't have any physical reaction to what their physical body sends out, like these signals that other people seem to be getting. So, let's see. I think the main reason that most people suggest, oh, well, you have a hormone problem, you need to get this checked out, is so many people are sort of fixated on sexuality, and it's so central to their mindset and their outlook on life that they really feel that it's disturbing. It's got to feel like an emptiness or a lack or something. So I've been treated to such reactions as, oh my God, this girl doesn't want sex, call an ambulance, get her hospitalized immediately. And obviously I don't think that it's that serious a problem. I'm a healthy, happy person. I haven't ever had any health problems that's usually associated with maybe lack of estrogen or lack of any hormones. But I have fulfilling non-romantic relationships, and I just can't really ask for more than that. What do you think?